49-yard kick again into the wind. This time Szmyt drives it.
Snap a little high, kick on the way, kick is good.
What's up, guys? Swift here with another Bears undrafted free agent gem spotlight video. I already made videos on Nugget Warren, Gabe Hoy, and DeAnthony Jones. Today I wanted to briefly talk about another UDFA who stands out to me and could potentially win a roster spot this summer. Let's get right into it. Kickers are people too. That's right, this video is about a kicker. Ryan Poles added Trenner Punton-Gill in the late 7th round last year and then followed it up by finding some impact undrafted free agents like Jack Sanborn, Jalen Jones, and Josh Blackwell. This year he decided to add a kicker in the 6th round, but not draft him. It seems that while the Bears went the entire 6th round without any picks, Ryan Poles was busy behind the scenes. I listened to an interview with our new kicker, Szmyt, from Wake Up Call's YouTube page. It's a 30-minute interview with our new kicker from after he signed with the Bears. I'll post the link below, but Szmyt said his agent called him during the 6th round and said he had reached an agreement with the Chicago Bears and would be signing with his hometown team. Now, obviously, he still could have been drafted, but Ryan Poles knew what he was doing. During that 6th round, he was working the phones of agents of players that he thought would go undrafted and working out deals. Ryan Poles is always busy improving this roster. Szmyt grew up about 15 minutes away from Hallis Hall. He's a local kid who won the Lou Garza Award for the nation's best kicker as a true freshman. He is Syracuse's all-time leader in points. He hit over 80% of his field goals in his career, including multiple game winners, and being trusted from 50-plus yards due to his big leg. I also found an interview from Szmyt from a week before the NFL draft where he talked about how the Bears brought him in for a visit and how he'd love to play for us. I'll link that video too. Szmyt obviously hoped he would get drafted after his impressive career at Syracuse, but he said Ryan Poles let him know it's not about where you're picked or when you're picked. It's about the opportunity that he has at hand. And Poles said they will continue bringing in competition all over the roster. The biggest knock on Szmyt is that he didn't handle kickoff duties at Syracuse. But in Chicago, that's not a big deal. Trenton Gill is our kickoff man, but also with such a big leg, I think he could be good on kickoffs as well. Another thing fans are going to love is Szmyt was perfect on his extra points last season. 40 for 40, something that was a struggle for Cairo Santos last year. Speaking of Santos, he's a nice band-aid option that helped us get over our last kicker, but he's not a long-term option in my opinion. He has less than 80% accuracy on his career and field goal attempts, but he's also awful beyond 50 yards, hitting roughly 50% of his kicks from 50 plus. He does not have a huge leg, and coaches don't trust him beyond 50 yards. On top of that, he had some struggles at extra points last season that cost us at least one game. Szmyt doesn't have that problem. He easily connects from 50-plus yards and has a big, powerful leg. He was 6 for 8 from 50-plus in his career. He set the NCAA record for most field goals made in a single season as a true freshman with 30. He finished with the 6th most field goals in NCAA history on his career, hitting 85 three-pointers. He also connected on 199 out of 203 career extra point tries. That's 98% career on PATs. And like most kickers in college, he had some bouts of inconsistency. And the biggest worry, like with all kickers in Chicago, is the dangerous swirling winds coming off of Lake Michigan. How will that affect him? I think the power leg helps. I think he has a legitimate shot to push Cairo Santos for a job. Santos is not a Poles guy. He was on the roster when Poles got here, and he hasn't made it a priority to replace Cairo yet. However, he did make Szmyt a priority undrafted free agent. It's clear that he at least wants to push Cairo. This will be an interesting one to watch throughout camp. I love kickers with big legs and always root for young undrafted guys. Nothing against Cairo. I think this will at least motivate him to perform better this year. But I think Szmyt can win this job and be our kicker in 2023. We'll see. It won't be an easy battle, and the odds are probably against him. But I wouldn't rule him out. Stay tuned, guys. I have so much more coming. Please remember to hit that like button for me. And until next time, bear down.
49-yard hard kick again into the wind. This time Szmyt drives it.
Snap a little high, kick on the way, kick is good.
Szmyt, like a good kiss the holder.
What do you think of the shirt? Do you have a stressful time, but getting that call from my agent that they're going to go ahead and do the deal with the Chicago Bears once the draft's over. Obviously, I was super excited. My family was excited, and yeah, I'm just ready to get rolling.
So, did you know about so like you said, talking with your agent, did your agent tell you like, hey, like before the draft was even over that this is what's going to happen?
Yeah, so I got a call like during like the sixth round, I believe, that they were going to go ahead and do the deal with the Bears, and obviously, I could have still gotten drafted, and
Yeah.
then that's kind of how it went. But obviously, went through the draft and ended up signing with the Bears.
Did your agent say anything to you about, the undrafted free agent versus getting drafted on the third day? Did you guys talk about that at all?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, regardless of where you kind of get drafted, you're always going to be kind of in a competition. So,
Right.
I was grateful and happy for any opportunity, and luckily, it's one that's close to home.
Yeah, and like you said, like 13 minutes away from certain parts of, obviously the Chicago Bears connection, their campground, so to speak, their headquarters. I mean, you're in Vernon Hills, Illinois. So to be so close by to the Chicago Bears, did you grow up a Bears fan?
Yeah, I did grow up a Bears fan.
So I mean, this for you has got to have an even sweeter of a feel. Like when is your earliest memory of becoming a Chicago Bears fan?
This is actually funny. In middle school, we used to sing the Bears fight song every single day at lunch.
Okay.
So, I mean, going back all the way to like middle school, I mean, obviously I grew up playing soccer, but that was kind of my first exposure to like Chicago Bears. I've never been to a Bears game. I've never been to any NFL game. And yeah, I've never been to any NFL games. So, I mean, hopefully my first one will be what I'm playing in.
Yeah, and it's crazy, man. When you look at Vernon Hills, Illinois.
Swifty in the house.